Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sam and Angel's wedding ceremony. So good. Well, it's been a really interesting time to plan anything at the moment, let alone a wedding. But through it all, Sam and Angel really have just wanted today to feel meaningful, but also really, I guess, enjoyable and fun for everybody. So not a whole lot in the way of formalities or announcements or anything, but just a few things that we can do to help them with that. The first one is when Angel gets down here and she's sort of in the aisle walking down, please do feel free to make some kind of positive noise. Clapping and cheering can be so much better, than all of us just staring at her. It really does set the tone, not just for all of us, but especially for her as she arrives, to really have a great day, not just be watched and judged. So if you can do that, that'd be awesome. And then beyond that, Sam and Angel would really love it to be like an unplugged feel today, if we could make sure that all of our devices are on silent, tucked away for the ceremony, just so they can look out and see your faces, not a whole sea of phones. That would mean the world to them as well. Awesome. So in just a minute or two, I'll probably get a thumbs up. Whenever Angel's ready, I'll get a thumbs up. We'll be good to go. Hope you really enjoy the ceremony. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to invite you to please be upstanding for the bride and her party.
I wasn't there the moment you first learned to breathe, but I'm on my way, on my way. I wasn't there the moment you got off your knee, but I'm on my way, on my way. Lay down and come alive and all you found, all you're meant to be. And for now, we'll wait until the morning light and close our eyes to see. Just close your eyes to see. A tear must have formed in my eye when you had your first kiss, but I'm on my way, on my way. So leave a space deep inside for everything I'll miss, 'cause I'm on my way, on my way. Lay down and come alive and all you found, all you're meant to be. And for now, we'll wait until the morning light and close our eyes to see. Just close your eyes to see.
Well, who brings this woman to be married to this man? Danny does! Ladies and gentlemen, you can be seated, especially you, Danny. That's a good sign. Well, the Yeronga Dominoes, eh? What a place to meet the love of your life. The classic fairy tale, the new driver, and the shift runner. Angel was more than a little impressed by Sam. Couldn't wait to get to know him. And Sam was blown away. Angel had an incredible presence and brought a smile to everyone's face as soon as she walked in the room. After that very first shift, the crew all went out, and when a banger came on, Sam reached out his hand to invite Angel to the dance floor. He spun her around and, depending on who you ask, either he spun her straight into a barrel or she herself fell into a barrel. That's still a hotly debated topic. Either way, they definitely made an impact on each other and a barrel the very first time they met. They've worked together, done so much travel together, and have gotten to know and love so much about one another since. Angel feels so loved and cared for by Sam. He makes her feel safe and secure. His continual assurance that she's so beautiful has always helped her to believe in herself. And Angel is inspired by how loyal and dedicated Sam is to anything that he is passionate about. Sam loves Angel's incredible attitude, that her smile lights up the room and that her inner child is alive and well. No matter what life throws at her, she's always ready to get back up and find the positive in every situation. He loves how interested and engaged she is whenever he speaks. She really makes him feel so respected and so valued. And even in his lowest moments, Angel has never judged him. She sits with him, is patient with him, and has always been right there for him. And so, on a getaway down to Springbrook for their anniversary, Sam was desperately hoping that they wouldn't get a flat tyre, because the custom ring that he had made was hidden in the tyre repair kit. Thankfully, they made it, and Sam started looking for an opportunity to pinch Angel's phone. He scrambled through it to find Danny's number so he could call him first. He successfully entered Danny's number into his phone. Mission accomplished. But he was so clever that he added him as Mark, so Angel wouldn't suspect a thing. But Danny didn't answer the phone, did he? So it was pretty awkward when Danny called back and Sam had to pretend he was talking to Mark, when really he was asking Danny for his blessing to marry his daughter. Danny, of course, said yes, so Sam went inside, and when Angel was busy and distracted watching a video of their cat, he set up his phone to record the moment and got down on bended knee where he waited. Apparently, though, Angel was really enjoying that cat video. So eventually, when Sam's knee was about to give way, he just said, "Darling." Angel turned in shock. She said yes, and she hurried downstairs to do her makeup so they could get some photos. Sam and Angel have always been such a great team, but in becoming husband and wife today, they see that team as being solidified forever. No longer two people, but now, as of today, one family. They've been described as disgustingly cute. And in a way, they couldn't agree more. But they're also so much more than that. They're caring, respectful, and they value their relationship dearly. They discuss their relationship, their plans, and their feelings. And they're content no matter what's going on, as long as they have each other. They create and commit to personal and couple goals. Work on being the best version of themselves and for each other, fulfilling their individual needs, but also fully supporting one another in everything that they do. And it's because of all these qualities that we can be really confident that we're not just celebrating the fact that Sam and Angel are getting married today, but that we can celebrate with confidence that their marriage really is going to be a great one. And they really are so excited that all of you, their nearest and dearest, the ones who've always been there for them, here to support them and to cheer them on this, the very first day of the marriage of Sam and Angel. Now, they've chosen a reading for us today, and I'd love to invite Selwyn to come on forward. Let's welcome him as he comes. Did such a good job with the petals.
Hi everyone, I've got the distinct honour of reading this lovely reading here. It's from a man called Wilfred A. Peterson. Now, she gave this to me like 3 months ago and I still have not memorized it whatsoever, so I felt like reading right here. So, happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue with all the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility and patience, understanding and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each other can grow. It is finding the room for the things of the spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, but also being the right partner. It is discovering what marriage can be at its best.
What marriage can be at its best. That's really what we're celebrating today. It's a celebration of Angel and Sam, of their friendship, of their love, and of their brand new marriage. Because Sam, you're about to become a husband. And Angel, you are about to become a wife. Now, there's a fateful little saying about marriage that really resonated with Sam and Angel, and it simply states, from this day forward, you shall not walk alone. My heart will be your shelter, and my arms will be your home. Today, Sam and Angel are completing that home, and with the vows that they'll make very shortly, they're committing to walking into their common future together. In one another, Sam and Angel have found the person with whom they really do want to share all of life's highs and lows, the one who brings them joy just by being in the same room, the one who helps them to learn, to grow and to develop, the one who's always as honest and transparent as they're able to be, and the one who'll be there even when Angel's feeling insecure or Sam's feeling overwhelmed. They're committed to a life shared in marriage, and they're certain that for them, there was no other path since the Yoronga Dominoes than to spend forever together. Marriage, in essence, is simply a promise. However, to Sam and Angel, it's a commitment that really does take a lifetime to properly fulfill. As their friends and family, you really do mean the world to them. You've been there for them throughout all of their ups and downs. As individuals, also as a couple, it really means the world that you're able to celebrate with them today. So much so that they've asked you to be directly involved in this ceremony. So if you could all please raise your right hand for me and repeat after me. I promise to have a great time today. Sam and Angel are paying for dinner. and I will tell them it was lovely. I will smile through all the speeches. I will dance like no one's watching. And build great memories of a fabulous day. Thank you guys so much. Our best man's very shy. Awesome. Well, before we move on, a couple of things I'm required by law to remind you just before we get there. So first one is that I am authorised by law to solemnise marriages, thankfully. And also I'm required to remind everybody, but of course and especially the two of you, Angel and Sam, of the solemn and binding nature of this really wonderful relationship into which the two of you are quite literally just about to enter. That, of course, being marriage, which according to law in Australia is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. With all that being said, now I've got a couple of pretty important questions for the two of you. So, do you, Samuel Glenn Thau, take Angel Marie Plain as your lifetime partner in marriage, to love and comfort her, sharing your fears and your failures, your aspirations and your triumphs, your hopes and your dreams, through good times or bad, through happiness or sorrow, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
You.
Relax.
And do you, Angel Marie Plain, take Samuel Glenn Thau as your lifetime partner in marriage, to love and comfort him, sharing your fears and your failures, your aspirations and your triumphs, your hopes and your dreams, through good times or bad, through happiness or sorrow, for as long as you both shall live?
Absolutely, I do.
Awesome. They do, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a hand. Well, it is time now for Sam and Angel to exchange their vows, the promises upon which they build their marriage. And in essence, though, we've got some paperwork to do later. Really, these are the promises that make them a married couple. And they've actually chosen to prepare their own vows, which is such a beautiful thing to do. So whenever the two of you are ready.
That's a strong word. Are yours still written down?
Yeah. Are yours still written down?
To be honest, I found it quite difficult to write anything down. There are infinite amounts of things that I value about you and about us. But then I remember a conversation I had with someone a couple of months ago about wedding vows. And they said, I can't imagine standing in front of family and friends, in front of the person I'm meant to spend the rest of my life with, and rattle off all of these promises. And I just kind of had this spark of thought, and I just replied, I said, I don't think that's what it's about. I don't think the words that I say today are what will define our marriage. It's how I will act and how you will act towards each other for the rest of our lives. So, taking my own advice, I have one vow for you. Angel, for the rest of our lives, every day, I'm going to be with you, be next to you, support you, be invested, be a part of you. I'm going to be your best friend. We're going to be a family. But most importantly, I will never let a day go by where you do not feel loved.
Bit of recovery time for everybody.
I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that up. Sam, you came into my life at exactly the right time. When I wasn't ready, and yet when I needed your love the most. there you were. I admire you simply because of your kind soul, tender heart, and positive mindset. I remember taking the Pottermore quiz early in our relationship and finding out I was in house Slytherin. And your response was, well, we can't all be perfect, darling. And yet, here we are, a Gryffindor and Slytherin about to be wed in a matter of moments. I say it can't get any more perfect than this. As your wife, I promise to love you with the same determination and confidence you've given me over these past 4 years. It's impossible for me to put into words the passionate and infinite embrace you hold over my heart. As we begin our life together in front of those whom we are closest to, I make the following promises. I promise you my everlasting devotion, my loyalty, and my respect. I promise to love you unconditionally and to grow with you in mind, body, and soul. I promise to dream with you, to build a family with you, and to encourage you. And lastly, I promise to make you feel safe and secure. You are my forever, my best friend, my dream come true, and now, my husband. With these words and all the words of my heart, I marry you and bind my life to yours, forever and always. I love you.
Amazing promises, so good. You are going to have such a great marriage. It's awesome. And it's time for the hardware now. Your rings. They're precious not just because of their price tag either. What makes your rings priceless is the fact that they speak on your behalf. Your rings are a sign to all that will ever see them that your love has substance as well as a feeling, a present and a future as well as a past, and that despite life's occasional sorrows, your love will be a continual source of joy, of unity, and of strength. Could we have the rings? Oh my gosh, it's a Disney thing.
Yes.
How cool is that? Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Can we show your photographer? Bit of an angle? Let's get a load of that. A tale as old as the time. It's awesome. All right. So first of all, Angel, if you could take Sam's ring. And maybe Sam, you could grab Angel's. All right, so Angel, if you could place Sam's ring part way on his finger and repeat after me. Sam, please accept this ring
Sam, please accept this ring
as a symbol of my commitment.
as a symbol of my commitment.
Let it remind you always
Let it remind you always
of how much I love you
of how much I love you
and that I am so proud
and that I am so proud
to be your wife.
to be your wife.
Yes! You can place that ring on Sam's finger. And Sam, if you can place Angel's ring part way on her finger. And repeat after me. Angel, please accept this ring
Angel, please accept this ring
as a symbol of my commitment.
as a symbol of our commitment.
Let it remind you always
Let it remind you always
of how much I love you
about how much I love you
and that I am so proud
and that I am so proud
to be your husband.
to be your husband.
Also, that cost a fortune,
Also costs a fortune,
but you're worth it.
but you're worth it.
Awesome, Sam. You can place that ring on Angel's finger. Well, marriage is perhaps the most inspiring of all of our adventures. And while this ceremony makes you married, it can never make your marriage. Only the two of you can ever do that. Through continuing in love and patience, through dedication and perseverance, through helping and supporting, and by always focusing together on the things in life that matter most, rather than the things that matter least. What this ceremony can do, though, is highlight and affirm the choice that the two of you have made to walk through the rest of your lives as partners together. And that's exactly what the two of you have now become, because it is with much pleasure that I pronounce you husband and wife. Sam and Angel, you may kiss. That's a good fist pump. Love it. Wonderful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some paperwork to get out of the way. It shouldn't take too long, though. Do feel free to chat amongst yourselves as we do this, and we'll be back with you very, very shortly. But how about we put our hands together one more time for Sam and Angel?
This one, this one here, and Angel here. And we get one back to your photos.
I'm gonna have to change my.
Sam, is that kiwi fruit sauce? It's alright. Alright, action. This one? You come on about? So Sam, your side here. Hello? Hello? Angel, here? Stay guys. Excellent. Now this one is so, Sam, this one here, Angel, and this one there. Congratulations.
Mine absolutely
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of housekeeping now. We want the whole afternoon and evening to flow really seamlessly for you all so you can have a really great time. We're about to start off with a bit of time of congratulations. You'll get an opportunity to come and congratulate these guys, but it's likely to turn into possibly our best opportunity for some group photos, family photos, that sort of thing. So do listen out for any instruction in that regard. And then there's going to be refreshments and the works. You're in the great hands of the team here at Bundalia to look after you this evening. So now I'd love to invite everyone to please be upstanding and make a whole lot of noise for Mr. and Mrs. Sam and Angel Bell.